Hello, everyone. Welcome to our content marketing session organized by Takween Accelerator in partnership with the American Corner in Sulaymaniyah. Our session will take around 60 minutes. We will share a lot of valuable information about content marketing and a formula that you can follow to get more sales. This session is going to be live streamed on our Facebook page, and it will be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A or chat box, and I will be more than happy to answer them by the end of our session. So a brief introduction about Takween Accelerator before we dive into our topic. Takween is a project of Yanhad, an initiative to promote civic engagement and entrepreneurship for youth in Iraq. It is financed by the European Union and the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs, implemented by Expertise France, and hosted at the American University of Iraq, Sulaymaniyah. Our session tonight is our third session from a series of 4 digital marketing webinars designed to ensure that you are executing the very best strategies across the right digital channels in your business. Our last session will take place on December 6th, and we will cover branding and online reputation management. We will show you how to create a strong brand identity, what are the rules of branding on social media, how to manage your brand's online reputation effectively, and how to handle negative comments. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Iraq time. And if you would like to access our first 2 sessions, Facebook marketing and Instagram marketing, you can rewatch them on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. And there will be a certificate of attendance for the sessions. So tonight we will cover the different types of content marketing. We will take you through the 7 steps to plan great content. We will show you how to create content for each stage of your customer's journey towards buying your products or services. We will as well show you how to analyze and measure your content performance. And finally, we will share with you some tips and best practices. So first, I would like to define what content marketing is. And content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience, and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. So what does this mean? This means that content marketing is a long-term strategy that focuses on building a strong relationship with your target audience by giving them high-quality content that is very relevant to them on a consistent basis. And you are doing all of this to get people to buy your products or services. Now, content marketing shows that you actually care about your customers. And today, more than ever before, people want to feel like you care about them. This definition is, the source of this definition is from the Content Marketing Institute. And the Content Marketing Institute, they have a lot of resources and topics and information about content marketing if you would like to visit them. Content marketing is very important because it helps educate your audience about your mission and about the products and services that you offer. And at this point, it's very important to show your audience how your products and services solve their challenges. It as well helps in boosting sales and conversions. because it helps influence your buyer's decision. Finally, it helps in building relationships between your customers and your business that result in increased loyalty, and your loyal customers will be the promoters and the advocates of your brand. So here are some types of content marketing. We have online content, like your social media posts, your blog, your website, webinars, videos, email campaigns, and more. We have offline content, could be your business cards, your newspapers, your magazines, radio, or billboards. And your content also as well can be hybrid, which is a mix of online content and offline content. And there is something important that I would like to mention here, that hybrid content can also be referred to as 360 degrees marketing. And this type of marketing uses all mediums or channels of marketing, whether digital or traditional. What are the top 5 social media content to accelerate business success? The first is video content, and videos increase sales. They as well increase traffic to your website and help your target audience have a better understanding of your products or services. Images are very close second in the rankings of the most valuable content format. Now, people love visuals because 90% of the information transmitted to the brain is visual content. The third one is text-based content, and it's important for businesses to prioritize visual content. However, they shouldn't lose sight of the power of words. And text-based content can be used when you, for example, ask a question, create a poll, ask people to fill in the blank, and more. The fourth one is stories. And with the variety of stickers, interactive elements, filters, and sounds, you can give more room to express your brand personalities. Finally, live video. Live videos are amazing and a great choice to broadcast conversations, performances, Q&As, webinars, and other virtual events. And live videos give audiences a chance to ask questions, comments, and react instantaneously. Okay. So how can you plan great content? The first step to plan great content is to set SMART goals. Goals are very important and are an important part of running a successful business. Make your goals SMART, that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. And implementing the SMART goal concept allows you to develop clear and focused objectives that can be achieved within a given time frame. And here are some content marketing SMART goals examples. It could be increase our blog traffic by 10,000 visits in February, reach 2,000 downloads of our ebook by the end of the year, or grow our email list by 20% by the end of the first quarter. The second step is to develop content KPIs, or key performance indicators. A KPI is a metric to let you know how well you are working towards your goals, and they help you make better decisions. And as you can see here on the screen, here are some examples. Now, for your website, you can, for example, measure the number of visitors, the number of page views, the traffic source, mobile visitors, desktop visitors, and more. For your social media, you can measure the number of followers, the number of likes, shares, comments, mentions, the post reach, the number of leads, and the conversion rate. The third step is to identify your target market. And your target market is a segment of potential customers who are more likely to buy a product or service from you. And identifying the target market is an essential step for any company in the development of a marketing plan. Now, segmenting your target market is very important, as well as it helps you gain a better understanding of your customers. And by this, you will be able to craft content that is relevant and valuable to them. So from a content marketing perspective, focus on segmenting your target market by demographic, that is their age, gender, occupation, education, or income, and by psychographic characteristics like interests, values, motivators, emotions, pain points, or problems. Step number 4 is to define your mission and vision statements. And what do we mean by a mission statement? A mission statement is a concise explanation of the organization's reason for existence. It describes the organization's purpose and its overall intention. So some questions that might be very helpful in crafting your mission statement. Try to answer, what is your company's purpose and why does your company exist? Now, a vision statement looks forward and creates a mental image of the ideal state that the organization wishes to achieve. This is your future state, or in other words, your dream. Some helpful questions to help you craft your mission statement could be, where are you heading to? What would your company look like 10 years from now? And some examples about a mission statement, like for example, we have Google. Their mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, while LinkedIn's mission is to connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. So if you can see here, it is focused on what you do and why do you do that. Some examples of a vision statement. LinkedIn vision is to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. And Microsoft vision is a computer on every desk and in every home. Okay. Step number 5 is to specify what your unique value proposition is. And for those who do not know what a value proposition is, it's a statement that tells customers why they should buy your product or service rather than your competitors. This is the center of your marketing, and it should be front and center in your marketing messaging, and it should be the foundation by which you build all your marketing efforts around. As you can see here on the screen, the picture tells you that the unique value proposition is how what you do really well will address what your customer needs and cares about. and what makes your offer different from the competition. Now, if what you do really well is the same as what your competition does really well, then you are adding no value to your customers. Here are some examples. Your unique value propositions or your values could be free shipping, next day delivery, free gift with purchase, free trials, some discounts on sales, order tracking, and customization options. Step number 6 is to conduct a competitive analysis. And this competitive analysis should be from a content marketing perspective. That is, you should investigate what your company's competition is doing online. So take a look at their social media channels to see what works for them, what doesn't, and what they are missing. And go have a look at their websites as well. How can you do a competitive analysis? First, identify your top competitors. Then analyze and compare competitor content with your content. Look at their social media engagement and see what type of content people are engaging the most with. Finally, identify the areas that you are going to improve in your strategy. And you can use a template that looks like this when doing your competitive analysis. The competitor's name, the social media profiles that they are on, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and what is the content that resonates. And this is the content your competitors are posting and getting a lot of engagement, for example, and it resonates with you to implement. And finally, the areas for improvement. This is what you are going to improve in your strategy based on your competitive analysis. Finally, and this is very important, know the formula. Know the formula of getting people to buy your products. So when creating your content, make sure that you first push on the person's pain point, then agitate that pain, and finally solve the problem or provide a solution. So let's see how content is crafted on the picture that's on the slide. So this is the 80-20 guide to finding a job you love. The problem is we know that our dream job won't just fall into our laps, and that the best jobs usually are not listed on any job boards. This is the problem. But when tired old job hunt tricks fail us, we end up frustrated, embarrassed, scared of wasting time, and paralyzed by the fear of being stuck. This is the agitation. And see how they used words like frustrated, embarrassed, scared, paralyzed, fear to make the problem look bigger. Finally, this is the solution, which is a video, a 5-minute video sample that shows people how they can solve their problem. Okay. So as a recap on how to plan great content, first set SMART goals, then develop your KPIs, identify and segment your target market, define your mission and vision statements, identify your unique value proposition, conduct a competitive analysis, and finally use the secret formula. Now let's move on and talk about content mapping based on the customer or buyer journey. But first, I would like to clarify what a customer journey is, then we will move on to talk about the stages. A customer journey map is a visual representation of the process a customer or prospect goes through to achieve a goal with your company. And the goal could be making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter, joining a loyalty program, or anything in between. And now let's move on and show you how to get prospects to make purchases and how you can turn these prospects into advocates. Okay. Now, this is a very important slide, and we're going to share a lot of important information here. So, on the top of the screen are the 5 stages that the prospect or customer goes through to become a promoter or advocate. And on the left, there is the potential customer, your business, and content. Now, we will talk about the state of your potential customer at every stage, what you should do as a business, and what type of content to focus on. So first is the awareness stage. And at this stage, your potential customer is experiencing symptoms of a problem or need. What you should do as a business is help this potential customer become more aware of the problem or the need, and help this potential customer become aware of your business. People here should know that you exist. So at this stage, you should be focusing on the problem and the solution. And of course, keep in mind the secret formula. Do not forget to agitate the problem and make it look bigger. What type of content that could be useful at this stage? You can use paid advertising, blog posts, webinars, and influencer marketing. Next is the consideration stage. And this is where your potential customer is researching options. And those options are your competitors. Why they are researching? Because they want to get more information. At this stage, you should focus on providing content that highlights the features and benefits of your products or services. And you should show the values of your products and services and what makes you different from your competitors. It is another way communicating your unique value proposition. Some useful content at this stage to consider: videos, comparisons, free demos or samples, free consultations, reviews, case studies, and testimonials. Now, reviews, case studies, and testimonials are part of what we call social proof, and these are very important in building trust, and trust drive people to purchase and take action. The third stage is the decision stage. This is where your potential customer has chosen a solution and is ready to buy. What you should do as a business here is to persuade the buyer that your company is best suited to handle his or her issue or pain or problem. And you should highlight that your product or service is the right choice. You should focus on building trust. Okay, so you should be honest, transparent with your content. Here, with your content, you should focus a lot on call to actions. you want people to take actions, and the best action here is to drive them to purchase. Okay, so the best action is to make a purchase, whether on your website or on your e-commerce store. You can as well provide content like offers and promotions. After the decision stage, we have the retention stage. This is where your potential customer is now a customer. The purchase is done and you have a customer now. Your content or your business should focus on following up to get feedback on the product or service so you can improve. Your content should focus on maintaining customer satisfaction, and at this stage, you should have constant communication with your customers to be able to develop customer loyalty. Some content suggestions, you can consider surveys to get feedbacks to see if your customers are happy or not. You can ask your customers to provide testimonies, and as we have mentioned before, these are a great way to have social proof and to convince other people to buy. You can follow up on your customer service and see if your customers are satisfied or not. You can develop some loyalty programs, and you can as well use email marketing to send newsletter and keep your customers informed about your events, your news, some new product launches, new features, and many other things. Now, at this stage, I would highly recommend that you focus on conversational marketing. You focus on email marketing and how to have a great customer service. The advocacy stage, this is the last stage. And this is where you want your customers to advocate for your brand, and you want them as well to refer you to family and friends. As a business, you should ask customers to spread the word and recommend your business. And you can provide some rewards for them when they do so. Some valuable content that you might consider at this stage, you might think of sharing their achievements. You might surprise them maybe with greeting them on their birthdays, or surprise them with special offers on special occasions, or special rewards. And at this stage, it's very, very important to keep in mind that you have built a community and you should keep your relationship with this community strong. All right. So what I would recommend here is to focus a lot on what we call the referral marketing or word of mouth marketing. Okay, our next topic is how to analyze your content. To measure and analyze data on your website, Google Analytics is a great tool to do that. However, this tool needs to be installed in the back-end part of your website. So if you don't have any technical or programming expertise, you might need to ask your web developer to install this plugin for you. It helps you measure a lot of data, like conversion rate, the demographics of people visiting your website, and many, many more. You can as well go to your social media channels and check the data in the Analytics and Insights tabs. And this step is very important, measuring and analyzing, because it helps you measure your KPIs. Our final topic is some content marketing best practices. Create a content calendar. A content calendar helps you plan and publish upcoming content. It makes it easier to collaborate as well with your team and keep everyone on the same page. And it gives you a big picture overview of your upcoming stuff. Now, the picture that you see here on the screen is one sample. You can design your own content calendar the way you like, and you can use Excel to do that. Use hashtags wisely. You can use hashtags that are always in the trend, or you can make your own personalized hashtags to promote your social media marketing campaigns. Now, for Facebook, you can use 1 to 2 hashtags. If you use more than 2, you will notice that engagement drops. And sometimes you might see that there is no need to use a hashtag at all. For Twitter, 1 or 2. Now, 1 engages better than 2, but 2 is much better than 3. For Instagram, you can go big and you can add up to 30 hashtags, but personally, I wouldn't recommend going that big. So you can use up to 10. For LinkedIn, 1 to 5 maximum. And always keep in mind that you should add relevant hashtags, and too many hashtags can sometimes become a distraction for your audience. How frequently you should post content. For Facebook, you can go for like 5 to 7 posts per week. For Twitter, 3 to 5 tweets per day. For LinkedIn, 1 post per day. For Instagram, 1 post or story per day. Now, what I would like to mention here is that in terms of how frequently you should post on each platform, we recommend a schedule like this. However, this is not a must, and this is not the ideal situation. It all depends on your goals, your audience, your content, and your resources. Publish evergreen content. And an evergreen content is content that remains relevant regardless of the season or the time frame. And here are some evergreen content ideas: video tutorials, case studies. Case studies are examples of results that you have achieved for your customers. You can go for checklists, how-to guides, Q&A, recipes, tips, or step-by-step information, and more. Create visually attractive content. This is very important. Your content should be visually engaging, creative, and pleasing. So it's all about representing your startup graphically and enticing your customers to click on your posts or ads. Here are some sites where you can get free high-quality photos and icons: Unsplash, Pixel, Pixabay, FreePic, and Flat Icon. All are for free. And some free content creation tools: PicMonkey, Pictochart, BeFunky, and Canva. These are free as well. And other tools like Google Alerts. And Google Alerts help you monitor the web for interesting new content, and it sends you emails when it finds new results. Bitly is a tool used for shortening URLs or links. Grammarly, it's a tool used to review for spelling, grammar, and punctuation. And MailChimp is a great tool for email marketing and sending newsletters. That was it for our session today, but before we move on to answer your questions, I just have a quick reminder of two programs. We have the Female Founder Showcase program that will start in January with a month of intensive training on how to pitch to investors, how to market and grow your business. We will provide mentors and introductions to investors and local private sector partners. Now, for this program, the first priority will be for tech-enabled businesses. However, everyone is welcome to apply. This program requires being fluent in English, and we are accepting female founders from across all the Kurdistan region and Iraq. And applications, our application is shared on our social media channels if you would like to apply. The second program that we are running is the business registration program, and it will, the applications will be opening soon in the coming few days. Now, this program is for businesses who have revenue and a high potential for growth and increased employment, and they need help with getting their business registered. Now, the first priority will be as well for tech-enabled businesses and those who are delivering products or services built with technology. You can find more details on our application, about our application on our social media in the coming few days. And we will accept as well businesses from all Kurdistan region and Iraq, and we will support English, Kurdish, and Arabic. All right, so let's see what questions you've got.
We have one here for you.
Yeah.
For one business, one Facebook page with multilingual posts or different pages for each language?
Okay, personally, I will go for one page with multiple languages, unless you have a high budget and you can afford to go for two. But personally, one is enough, and there is an option on Facebook where posts can be translated automatically, and you can have a variety of posts, like posts in different languages. So go for one page and share posts in different languages.
Okay, the next question is about the business registration program. So, and they're asking if it will be online. So I'll go ahead and answer this one. The business registration program, you need to apply online, and then we will manage the relationship with you and an attorney, a lawyer that we have put on contract to help you with getting the business registration process completed. There will be no training for startups in the business registration program. There'll be no training for entrepreneurs. It's 100% focused on getting businesses connected to lawyers to get the business registration process completed. And we need some more questions. Go ahead and post questions, either in the Q&A or in the chat.
We have a question in the chat. Should you start with website or social media? Now, if you can afford to build a website, yes, I would start with a website and social media together. If you cannot afford to build a website, go for social media. But the website is the #1 place where people go search to get information about your products or services. It's not your Facebook or your Instagram or your LinkedIn. So your website is the first place where people go to search for information.
Last chance for questions. Well, Shahrazad, that looks like another great program. Thank you very much for your time and putting that all together. Everybody appreciates it. We can see by how many recordings get watched. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you everyone for attending and have a great evening.